You can go live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 4 of the Code Dota 2 Weekly. It's been an interesting start. Just due to the holiday weekend, we've only had about 4 teams kind of show up, but that's to be expected over a holiday. It was Easter this past weekend, so a lot of people are just kind of out and about with the family and whatnot, so that's to be expected. But we're going to give you a best of 3, which is kind of rare for us to be streaming right off the bat, best of 3, but there was only 4 teams, so we're going to head right in. We do have team, I believe it is Vexn, or Vexn, and the other team, I'm not quite sure what their name is, because they have yet to actually tell me. So we're going to call them Team Steve, because that is the default for things that we don't know how to pronounce or what they are. So joining me as always is Shiny. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. How are you doing?
A little tired, but hey, it's Dota 2 time, so we're gonna get excited and hop right into the ban list here. Very, very typical bans, Furion and Invoker from both teams. Kind of was expecting that. I mean, Furion, I don't think ever gets past the first ban slot. He's always like one of the team's first bans.
Yeah, you don't want to see one of those tree dudes popping around your map.
No, and you know, Shadow Demon is a really popular ban as well now these days.
Of course.
Which, you know, I'd like to see Dota 2 maybe implement some more heroes that are, or maybe change some heroes that don't usually see a lot of tournament play and kind of cater them towards a little bit more better tournament play, like Sniper or some heroes that are just kind of useless in most games, to be honest.
Yeah, it would be nice to see them get a little bit of love from the development team.
Yeah, but hey, you know, whatever works, I guess.
See a Lycan ban going down there.
Yeah, you know, it's just Lycan, Tidehunter, Shadow Demon, Furion, Invoker. Those are like the normal bans now. At least in this tournament. I'm not sure about other tournaments, but you know, we see like in the Join Dota Masters, we have a lot of the same heroes banned. Chen's banned as well for the Dire now. So it's a lot of just kind of, okay, well, we don't want to see these heroes, so we're just going to get rid of them and not worry about it. Darkseer for the first pick goes to Team Steve. That's not good.
Yeah, all of these bans, of course, very strong bans, but leaving a couple heroes on the board, one of them being Darkseer, so a smart pick up there by the Radiants.
I mean, we even, if the Dire could pull it off, they could even go Anti-Mage now that Shadow Demon's banned. So I feel that, gosh, I don't know, I feel that maybe they kind of did an oops with not either picking Anti-Mage as their first, Lich is the first pick for the Dire. That's a weird one.
Well, Lich is a great pick, being one of the best supports in the game. I mean, can't really deny his power.
For the first 2 picks, I mean, generally you want to see, you know, the stronger, kind of more really strong heroes picked in the beginning of the first 2, not a Lich. But, you know, we do see Venomancers, so that's good. I don't know, just that's just kind of an odd pick to me for first pick.
Well, 2 very strong AoE supports. Darkseer, of course, being a very strong hero in himself.
Mm-hmm. It's just, it's weird. I've been watching a couple games as of late while I'm at work and stuff, and we're really starting to see a lot of just odd picks in the drafting modes. Like, I saw a Sniper picked once in first pick, and I was like, what the hell? And then they proceeded to get like a Tiny, and I think it was a couple other just kind of like heroes that didn't make sense, but they made it work. So it's really nice to see some inventiveness from teams out there.
Yeah, if you use your heroes correctly, I mean, you can make very obscure strategies work. I mean, the meta is not the only way to play. It's just considered to be one of the best, of course, because of the heroes in the pool and the strategies used by the team compositions.
Yeah. So right now, current lineup-wise, for the Radiant, we have Darkseer, Windrunner, and Sand King. And for the Dire, we are having Lich King, Venomancer, and Slardar, which I really like that. That's going to really kind of complement those 2 support heroes really, really well. So, actually, good kind of complement picks from the Dire right now. The Radiant's just kind of going the standard build. I feel. I don't think they're going to try anything fancy.
Yeah, they seem to be going for more of a pushing strat. Both teams have great synergy right now, but Dire, of course, revealing Slardar as their carry. We'll have to see what the Radiance picks up. And Enigma,
And
of course, being banned there, as well
yeah.
as Night Stalker.
I really like that Enigma ban because that's really smart. Because if Enigma gets a really good black hole, Lich and Veno can just pop off both their ults, and there won't be anything left of that team once the black hole's done.
Oh, this is very true. And of course, we see the Rasa ban as well.
Mm-hmm. Frosta making it to the final ban, which is usually very, very rare. He's usually either banned right away or picked right away. So both of these teams kind of going a little bit unconventional with the bans, which I really like. I like to see some different mind games going on.
Yep, Dire taking out Quap there, and then Radiance picking up Enchantress. I like that. They're taking this second really heavy support. I believe they'll really put the pushing pressure on this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Enchantress is pretty much second to none when it comes to pushing power because she is able to get those creeps just like Chen is. And she does have a lot of her other support abilities that really help in team fights. Those whiffs that heal, and of course her ultimate just doing a lot of damage as well.
Of course. Waiting for Dire to decide who it is that they want to pick up. I'm expecting more of maybe an agility stunner or a strength stunner.
Mm-hmm.
We may see actually more of an intelligence, maybe a lion, Lena, of that sort.
Well, if I'm thinking that they might not want to go too heavy intelligence because the Radiant still has one more pick, and they still could pick up Anti-Mage.
Oh, this is true. Anti-Mage still on the board. Definitely don't want to Oh, and there's the Potom pick.
Best hero in the game right there.
So versatile. I mean, along with her stun and of course her damage, Leap makes for a great solo lane hero. It's very hard to kill Potom early on, or sorry, Mirana. And then her ult, of course, just complements her team very well. Veno and Lich being able to get in there completely invisible would be invaluable.
Oh my gosh, that would be a deadly gank in and of itself. Those two heroes could easily take out the entire team. Easily.
No doubt. Oh,
Ooh,
we
Death
see,
Prophet.
of course, the Death Prophet being picked up. I really like that pick, only because the silence from the Radiance will really be able to shut down Veno and maybe Lich, even possibly Slardar.
Most definitely. Now, it'll be interesting to see how Dire kind of combats that, because, the Radiant, as you did state, that they have a really strong pushing game right now. I mean, Darkseer and Death Prophet alone are going to do a lot of damage to their team AoE-wise, because you have Darkseer's shield and then Death Prophet's ult, which just does a lot of damage while healing her in the process. So they're really going to have to be careful. Of course, we have Sand King's Epicenter, or Epic Center as people call it. And it's going to be really hard for the Dire to kind of position themselves correctly to get off some good ults. But then again, they do have Lich King and Venomancer, which have huge AoE radiuses and just a lot of good team damaging power.
Yeah, this is true. And of course, Mirana will play a big versatile role here, getting off her ult, or whether or not she will be able to do that. And Warlock, of course, being picked up by the Dire, gotta love Warlock.
Yeah. Those fatal bonds are going to just make it that much easier for them in team fights, because they have a lot more AoE damage than the other team, so they need a way to kind of spread that out and get the team fights kind of really sealed, since they don't have a Rasta or an Enigma or even a Queen of Pain, since they actually banned it out themselves, which I was actually expecting them to pick up Quap, but they decided not to.
Very true. Well, and another thing to look at, they're giving themselves another target that Krob is trying to silence, or sorry, Death Prophet.
Mm-hmm.
So with the ability to spread out more, they'll be able to get more spells off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's with Mirana, I'm gonna kind of try and expect her to maybe see a solo lane, maybe top, or give her middle, and just kind of see what's gonna happen. But for the Radiant, Team Steve, it's going to be kind of a good lineup here. I really like the lineup. They have XCOM as the Death Prophet, and they have All the Way playing Enchantress, Zealous Y playing Darkseer, Cake 3Z playing Windrunner, and they also have Slithery, I believe. Yeah, Slithery playing Sand King.
And of course, over on the Dire, one person is not picked yet, but we do see CGOD playing Warlock. Satanist will be playing Slardar. Problem will be playing Lich, and Dios will be playing Venomancer for Team Vexn. And of course, STG, who hasn't picked, will be playing Mirana.
Yeah. So I'm kind of wondering how they're going to do this laning setup. You know, they might give Veno to Slardar, or maybe Lich to Slardar, and have one of those two supports just kind of babysit him. I expect to see Warlock go middle, because he would be a pretty powerful mid. And I assume that they're going to give Mirana a solo lane to get her a lot of farm.
Yeah, we can expect from the Dire probably to see either a Lich or a Warlock mid. They may do a tri-lane as well, so Veno, Slardar, and Mirana, or sorry, Lich. We'll probably see that actually, as well as the solo for Mirana, as you said. From the Radiance, we'll probably see more of a solo mid from Krob, and Windrunner will probably go top, as well as the tri-lane from Enchantress, Death Prophet, and Darkseer bottom.
Yeah, I mean it'll be kind of key to give Darkseer that farm that he needs to really kind of be effective in team fights there.
Yep, the Darkseer and the Death Prophet will be carrying here for the Radiance, so we'll have to see how well that snowball effect comes into play.
You know, I'm also curious to see if Veno is going to play like straight up support, or if he's going to play a little bit more aggressive, since we do have a Lich, which I assume Lich is going to be their warding guru, which he is. He does have 4 wards right now, so very early wards by the Dire here. Normally you don't see them until a couple minutes after the game starts, at least normally, just because you know you want to get your regen items, you want to get maybe a smoke gank off or something. So Lich going with extremely early wards right now, and he's going to kind of really ward a lot of the good places, and he needs to, and that's going to really give them an early game advantage.
Yeah, we do see Krob here going bot, as well as Darkseer and Sand King. Windrunner will be going mid, and Darkseer will be soloing top. And from the Radiance over here, we will see Potom in the solo lane, Mirana, as well as a Warlock mid. And the tri-lane from Venomancer, Slardar, and Lich will be top.
So, you know, Slardar is going to get babysit by 2 supports, which is huge. I mean, Venomancer is getting Venomous Gale first, and Lich does have his slow as well. So, if Darkseer is not careful, he's going to get ganked pretty quickly, and his Surge won't do anything for him.
Oh, we do see a pause here.
Yep. Both teams are actually from different regions, so there's going to be a little bit more connection issues than normal, so we do apologize for that, guys, but just kind of bear with us here. So, right now we're seeing Enchantress getting some creeps up. Sand King just looks to be babysitting her a little bit, but I think they are going to give most of this farm to Death Prophet, which is really smart.
Yeah, Prophet will be down here for the most part by herself. I'm not sure if Sand King will be dipping in just to gank, or if he will be pulling creeps, so we will have to see what strategy they choose. They might look to bounce back and forth between mid and bot, really just based on which is better. We may see a gank here mid.
Oh, Warlock, man. But he's so low on health, I just feel he shouldn't overextend right now, because you know, if that's a wonderful net there by Enchantress, but not going to be enough with that tower there. But they're going to try and really go for it. I feel that they're going to get it, but first blood goes to Sand King. Enchantress almost going down to that tower, getting dangerously low. But all in all, really worth that first blood. Very nice job there.
Yep, Warlock unfortunately getting caught off guard there. Just taking a lot of heavy damage early on from that power shot. And of course, that troll just forcing him into a position where Sand King could just take him out.
Yeah, I mean, they did a really good job at setup, and right now Sand King looks like to be going possibly top to get another gank off here with Darkseer, because he is kind of back in a corner because there's three heroes right here, and he's not getting the farm he needs, unfortunately. Yeah,
we do see Lich trying to get some harass here on Darkseer. He is able to force him back out of this.
Warlock here at mid, getting that Fatal Bonds off there on Windrunner, getting really low, but she does pop off her healing potion. And she's going to live to fight another day here. Death Prophet and Marana doing pretty good job of just kind of staying equal in that farm there.
Of course, Slaughter trying to get all these last hits top. Let's see how he's doing. Slaughter with 7 creep kills, Death Prophet and Windrunner with 13 and 15, so Slaughter are not doing as well as he would hope. But it is tough to lane against that Darkseer.
Oh, another gank here at middle. Warlock is so out of position, it's not even funny. But I don't think that they have the range to actually get it, and no, they don't. But Warlock is going to use that Fatal Bonds on all 3 of those heroes. So kind of a oops there by the Radiant, getting Fatal Bonds on all 3 of them, and that's going to kind of completely negate their push there, unfortunately.
Radiant's looking maybe to push here top, putting a lot of pressure on. I'm not sure if they intended that.
Marana just really kind of getting hammered there by Death Prophet with her really good Crypt Swarm ability. It's doing a lot of damage to her, and Marana's kind of being forced to use a lot of her regen early. Sand King might be going in here for a possible gank here on Marana, but keep in mind Marana does have Leap, so she'll be able to get out of there pretty easily, and let's see if Sand King can actually land this. No, he's not able to. With her Leap, she's just so hard to gank.
We do see Windrunner picking up that Illusion Rune bot, and a disconnect from Darkseer.
You know, the Dire's playing it really safe, if you've noticed. Warlock's being a little bit over-aggressive, and he kind of paid for it. But top lane's doing a really, really good job of just kind of pushing those creeps, getting a lot of creep stacks, and Slaughter, where's Slaughter? There's Slaughter. You know, he has a decent amount of farm, but it's nowhere near what he should be, like you said. I think Darkseer might be doing a better job than he anticipated with kind of negating some of his farm. But then again, Darkseer only having 3 creep kills as well. So I'm not sure if they're maybe playing a different role and they're trying to give Lich and Veno the farm, and maybe Slaughter's going to be their babysitter. I'm not sure, because right now, if we look at Veno's kills, Veno only has 2 and Lich has 3 denies, so I don't know, maybe they're just not having the luck that they're hoping for. It's kind of a really odd situation to look at when Darkseer has really nothing to contend with. He's not really being forced back. He's more just kind of not getting the creep kills, so both of the team's really kind of key carries are not getting the farm they need.
Yeah, it is tough for both teams. I mean, Darkseer, of course, soloing up against those 2 ranged heroes. 2 slows and a stun. I mean, if you get caught out of position, it is really tough. You can die very easily. In the same position, he is only level 3, almost level 4. You do want to kind of absorb as much of that XP as you can. He could maybe being a little more aggressive, but we'll leave that up to his discretion. Here we go back into the game.
Yeah, you know, if we take a look at bottom, Death Prophet is just completely annihilating Marana in her farm. She's doing such a good job at just taking Marana out of the game. Marana only having 2 creep kills and 2 denies. But Death Prophet, she has 19 and 18. That's ridiculous. That is a very, very nice job there by the Death Prophet.
Prophet doing an excellent job here bottom. And of course we do see Sand King and Enchantress putting pressure on this lane as well. They're not going to kind of give up on messing this Dire team up, making them switch lanes. We do see Lich heading bot here.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he chose not to gank Windrunner. He ran right by her. She was low health. They could have had the gank, but he's going to opt to just kind of ward, and this tower at bottom is getting really completely destroyed. Lich, I feel, should really be helping, but he's not. He's walking away. So maybe some miscommunication there going on with Lich. He's just kind of worrying about his wards a little bit too much, and he really should be going a little bit bottom there to help his teammates out, because Veno plus Marana plus Lich is a pretty good ganking combination there. You know, I don't know. Maybe Lich just fell asleep for a little bit.
Yeah, it is a tough situation. They were able to take that tower though, so good job there by the Radiants pushing at the opportune time.
Yeah, you know, again, Warlock just getting so low. Just Windrunner doing such a wonderful job at just denying what farm that he actually needs. So, good job there by Team Steve. Oh, wonderful shackle there by Windrunner. Warlock is completely out, but he is able to actually use his ult there to stun Windrunner, and gosh, Sand King picks up the kill out of nowhere, out of the corner of my eye. I just caught that. Sand King running up, but Venomancer getting some Venomous Gale off there on Sand King, trying to do what little damage he can, kind of going to put down the wards there. Sand King's just going to stay in his unlimited Sandstorm channel and just kind of chill there, but he does have the wards there. Venomancer doing a wonderful job at just denying Sand King anywhere he can go. I mean, look at these ward placements. Wonderful job there. Sand King still has about 17 seconds left on his Sandstorm. He's waiting for his team to get there, and they do get there, so he will be able to effectively go away without any harm done to him. But if Venomancer plays his card right, in comes Warlock as well, and Sand King does get away with Burrow Strike. So nice job there by Sand King, just kind of waiting it out. Warlock trying to chase him down with Venomancer as backup, and not going to be... Oh no, Sand King getting caught out of position. He doesn't have Burrow Strike, and he does get away there, and good job there by Sand King.
Sand King kind of getting caught out of position here. I mean, being forced from bot lane as well. Oh, sorry, missing that kill top, guys. It looks like Lich had a slow on Darkseer, and Slardar dove the tower, was able to get that crush off and take the kill on Darkseer.
Yeah, that's really what Slardar needed. Slardar needed some extra gold because he was really behind on farm, and now he does have 23 creep kills, so I think that they've kind of switched up their gameplay a little bit, and they're going to get a little more aggressive, which is what they need to do.
Yeah, if we take a look at the gold graph, the Radiance has been steadily rising pretty much since the beginning of the game. They're now about 3,000 gold up, and it is 7 minutes in, 7:30 almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, Windrunner, man, she has a lot of farm. She's doing a wonderful job. Especially against a Warlock, which a Warlock is always a pain in the butt to try and mid lane against, but she's doing just such a great job. She's landing the power shots and landing the shackles is what she really needs to do. Now we do see middle here. Sand King was backing up Windrunner, but he's going to go top here, maybe for a possible gank here on Slardar or Lich. But bottom, Mirana she has a decent amount of farm, but it's not what she was really hoping for, especially against the Death Prophet.
Yeah, I really got to give props to that Death Prophet, really shutting down Mirana's farm generally and in totality, just because, again, if you look at the creep scores, 46 and 23, very well done by Death Prophet, of course. Mirana not being able to answer that call with 5 and 2, and Chantress and Sand King putting too much early pressure on her to really
Warlock.
let her get anything.
That was close. If Sand King is able to Burrow Strike, Warlock, no, Warlock! Oh, he gets shackled to a tree. Wonderful job there. In goes the Burrow Strike, and then Windrunner takes him out with a power shot. So very, very good team communication there by Team Steve. I am honestly impressed with the way that they are communicating and using their hero abilities to the maximum effectiveness of what they can, because their comp is more of a pushing strategy, but they're doing a good job in just these small team fights. They're doing a wonderful job. Death Prophet taking Mirana for another extra 225 gold. Mirana not having a good day. Oh no, Venomancer here at mid getting just completely out of position. Burrow Strike, power shot, and then the finish up there by Sand King. Not a good day there for Team Vexn.
No, unfortunately not. We don't see very many TPs going down either. Maybe finally Lich and Mirana answering the call, but Death Prophet is able to get away.
Wow, that was really close there by Death Prophet. I
And
feel
there's
that.
the arrow.
Oh, arrow! Oh
And-
gosh!
oh, just
She gets
barely
it.
hits
Holy
it.
crap! What a wonderful arrow by Mirana. Is she going to be able to finish him off? She doesn't see him there, but Mirana does pick up the kill. What a wonderful arrow by Mirana. Oh my gosh, that could not have been perfect. Death Prophet tried to dodge it, and unfortunately the hitbox for the arrow was just a little bit too big for her to really kind of anticipate. So, wow, Mirana needed that. That was a great arrow.
What a play. Death Prophet unfortunately not able to squeeze out of that one. Too fat.
She needs to stop eating those spirits. Oh, wow. I always get excited when Mirana shoots a wonderful arrow because, you know, like I said, she's one of my favorite heroes next to Luna and Crystal Maiden. All three of those are probably the heroes I play the most. Unfortunately, Luna not being in the game yet. But I love their play style. It's just something that's really fun to play.
I would agree. We do see an illusion here being picked up by Warlock. Looks like Lich as well as Venomancer are going to be heading for this kill bottom. They do see that ward though, so Krub Krob does know that they are crumbing. Enchantress as well as Sand King are coming bot to back her up.
But I don't think that there's anything she can do. I think she's going to die. I mean, she might be able to get Mirana here, but I think Mirana's just baiting her because she knows her team's coming up. Yeah, Death Prophet is not going to have a good day right now. There goes the Fatal Bonds. There goes the Venomancer's Gale. There goes the Silence there on Mirana, but she does pop her ult and trying to get as much damage in as possible, and it just does not do anything that she's able to do. And Sand King and Enchantress wisely back out because there's no way they can take illusions plus an army of death right there. So
Yeah, Death Prophet.
Good choice there by Sand King and Enchantress.
Definitely overstaying her welcome there. She was pushing that lane for a long time without proper vision, and I thought that she saw them coming.
Yeah, I did too, but I think
back.
those wards were actually for Dire. If I remember right, Lich actually did put that ward there in jungle.
Oh, yep, and that was actually when that expired, so I'm sure that Death Prophet just, I don't know, was just pushing.
Yeah, I think it was just kind of, maybe she got too overconfident. But Darkseer, gosh, lives with 20 HP and then comes back because he's like, you know what, I got this, I'm good. Darkseer, again, disconnects from the game. Again, guys, I believe one team is actually in Europe, and the other team is in America, so huge latency differences on both sides. So just kind of deal with it, I guess. There's nothing we can really do about it. Valve does know about the situation, and they are kind of trying to work on some better server stability for cross-region gaming.
Yeah, that would be nice.
But you know,
Windrunner bottling that. I'm sorry, Invis.
Yes, it's like Illusion and Invis. Wow, that sounds fair.
Sometimes it happens.
Hey, it does. It does. You know, Warlock is doing a good job at denying, but he chased her again and just did not have a good day. There goes the power shot from Windrunner. She should be able to land a shackle. Sand King being able to just kind of mop up that kill. I believe that they're going to give it to Windrunner. And no, Warlock using his ult and those Fatal Bonds there to try and get some extra damage in there through Sand King and Windrunner, but Windrunner couldn't possibly go down with this Fatal Bonds there. If she is not careful, there is no non-range on the Fatal Bonds. The Golem trying to slowly damage, but Windrunner is going to get away with 150 HP, and Sand King, oh geez, Sand King might go down to this Golem. Oh, this is going to be close. Does he have enough for Burrow Strike? He does, and he does, able to live with 27 HP. Very, very good play there by Warlock, even though he's dead, using that Golem to try and get a kill. So that was really close. Really, really close.
Dire trying to put some counter push pressure on here. Actually doing a good job at that. So if we look at creep score, Slaughter with 57 creep kills, so he's actually catching up quite well.
Yes. And you know, he really needed that too.
Yeah, as well as Venomancer pushing mid, and he will get this tower. It may get denied. We will see here. And Windrunner is able to pick up that deny.
Wow, just wonderful job there by Team Steve.
Slaughter picking up that tower top, though. So now the tower count would be 2 for the Radiance and 2 for the Dire.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Death Prophet, again, it looks like she's actually building a pipe, I believe, according to the items that she has in her current inventory. It looks like she is going to play a little bit more support role, Death Prophet, rather than more heavy aggressive, which is really nice to see, because that pipe will really, really help.
Oh yeah, against Venomancer's ult, against Lich, and his ult against Warlock, and his ult against Starfall. The pipe is a very, very smart choice, and the earlier they get it, the better, because they'll be winning those team fights probably as soon as they get it.
Yeah, and you know, Darkseer has not reconnected yet, so I'm kind of fearing for him.
Oh, Windrunner getting that kill on Warlock, using her ult to pick that up, however getting arrowed by Mirana on her way out, and not able to get out of that stun before she was taken out.
Ooh, that was a nasty sort of business. And we do see Slaughter finally having that blink dagger, so that'll really be really nice for him to blink in, use that crush ability, and be able to stun of a good amount of heroes there.
Just missed that, but I did. I'm sorry, Prophet did pick up that tier 2 tower bottom, and she's kind of still pushing here. So we'll have to see. Wow, Prophet. I mean, Mirana taking a lot of damage right there. Sand King maybe getting caught out of position here mid, being ulted by Slaughter. Unfortunately, unable to go invis. Lich looking to pick up another slow here.
Oh
Sand
wow,
King
wonderful
just
job
barely
there by
getting that
Sand
Burrow
King.
Strike away, as well as the Force Staff from Windrunner. And there's the attempted Lich Ult, but it does not bounce. Venomancer running in there and getting the ult off as well. Enchantress using her Wisp to heal as best she can, but Warlock running in and getting that ult off. Enchantress does fall to that Golem.
Yeah, that was a wonderful ult there by Warlock.
Oh,
That was a
Death
much.
Prophet going in, looking to pick up some kills, popping off her ult, targeting Slardar and getting off that AoE. Oh my god, that silence landing on both of them. Slardar unable to get the crush off. Venomancer looking to pick up that kill on Death Prophet, however, getting taken out before he was able to do so. And Windrunner looking to get this kill on Warlock. Prophet and Windrunner chasing him down. There's the Force Staff, as well as the Shackle, and the kill picked up by Death Prophet.
Wow, triple kill for Death Prophet. That's gonna put her such
Lich
ahead.
looking to TP out here. Windrunner trying to get that kill. Lich barely just getting out there. Sorry to interrupt there, Baz.
That's okay. I actually didn't know this. I was looking at Death Prophet's items and just kind of going, wow, she needed that triple kill. That really gave her a lot of gold advantage there. She's gonna be able to get that pipe now right off the bat if she chooses to. And yep, there is that pipe.
Prophet farming very well.
Yeah, I mean she's done a wonderful job at farm. I think that's what they needed, especially versus Mirana. I mean Mirana only now just getting her boots of tread boots there, and only having a magic stick, no magic wand. There's really nothing else that she can get because she just doesn't have enough farm. And unfortunately, they needed her to get farm, but Death Prophet did a good job at denying that.
Yeah, that is very true. Death Prophet again, just with that CS, amazing. 89 and 25.
Yeah, I mean, she's done a wonderful job. Death Prophet going to be trying to maybe get a Venomancer kill here, but she's going to back off. She needs to back off if she's not careful, because Warlock, but
unfortunately,
Sand King and Enchantress
Sand King getting caught out of position here, and the Dire will see them ahead of time. Sand King able to get that Burrow Strike off, as well as the stun from the Centaur, but Venomancer coming in there is getting the Gale off, as well as the Slardar stun. Enchantress does go down to Warlock. Sand King able to get that Epicenter off, taking down Venomancer. He is able to take down Slardar as well. Prob looking to get out of there with a kill at least, and she is able to pick up Lich, however taking a lot of damage from Windrunner, and Windrunner is able to pick up that kill. So a 4-3 engagement there for the Radiants.
You know, I feel that probably could have gone a lot better if the Dire did not engage and kind of sat back at their tower. You know, just kind of let Warlock die, because Warlock was already dead to begin with, and just kind of back up to their tower and see if they could have gotten him in tower range. But you know, Warlock, oh geez, Mirana almost getting shackled there by Windrunner, just barely able to dodge that. That would have been probably the death of Mirana right there, because you know, Windrunner having such good items. She does have Force Staff, she does have her Phase Boots, and she's just been landing pretty much every shackle we've seen her throw, except for that one right there. So I think it's the first shackle she's missed. Mirana trying to throw an arrow though, but just it did not hit Windrunner in the correct place that she was hoping for.
Yeah, she is getting quite a bit of farm too, with 1,500 gold, doing well.
Yeah, you know, Team Steve here is just they're really kind of showing that they have a lot better communication than I think Vexn does right now. I think Vexn's a little bit thrown off guard, unfortunately, because they've been ganked and just kind of duked so many times that they might be trying to see which hero they should be focusing on first, and because you know, Sand King has that Epicenter, Death Prophet does have her ult, and Darkseer, you know, having that shell and that surge, and he still doesn't have his wall yet, but it's just the team fight capability of Team Steve right now is just so big. Even though they do have a Lich and a Venomancer,
and we do see an engagement here top, Slardar with the blink in, as well as the ult and the crush. Venomancer getting that Gale off. Prob trying to pop that pipe, as well as getting her ult off, trying to pick up a kill, targeting Venomancer, doing a lot of damage, however going down just barely before Venomancer is taken out.
Yeah, you know, I think what saved Venom was the Mechans was believed used during that fight. There were so many colors I couldn't really see what was going on.
I'm sorry, we did see a kill here bottom as well. Mirana getting taken out by the shackle shot, as well as the stun from Sand King. Too much damage for him to get out of there.
Yeah, but you know, right now top and bottom I think are possibly trying to trade, but they're going to actually go for it and go to top. So this is going to be a full-on team push right now. We do see Lich having his ult. Venno does have his ult. Warlock actually has his ult too. So, geez, I'm really kind of scared for Team Steve right now. If they don't play their cards right, they're going to get kind of screwed by a lot of this team AoE here that the Dire has right now. Venomancer warding the jungle, very, very smart there, just to kind of make sure no one's going to chase up them up the area there, and they're gonna go for the tower. Death Prophet here, using that wonderful wave ability she has, that just does a lot of damage. It actually pushes them back successfully, so that really kind of shows you the power of Death Prophet.
Yeah, the Radiance has a ton of pushing power here. The Dire deciding to back off because they just cannot stop that anti-push. Dire looking to switch it up here and push mid, keeping that pressure on. Slaughter picking up that double damage.
You know,
maybe we'll see an attempted Roche here.
Maybe. I mean, it would make sense because right now the Radiant's only going for tier 1. So tier 1 for Roche is a huge trade-off there for the Dire. Dire would definitely benefit from having a Roche. Venno going to be kind of doing his job at maybe trying to bait them into, hey, go for this next tower, give my team some time to get Roche, and this is going to be a Roche kill for the Dire. So actually a very, very good trade-off. If they can time this right, do they all have a teleport scroll? Most of them don't, unfortunately. The only one that does is Lich. So we do see Slaughter pick up the Aegis of the Immortal, and unfortunately they might actually take this tier 2 tower as well, and that might not be the best thing that the Dire wants right now.
Yeah, unfortunately scrambling to get up here. We'll have to see how fast they can get up here. Krob's ult doing a ton of damage.
Oh, Venom's going to go in for the ult. He's going to go. He does wonderful ult there. He hits everyone. There goes Slaughter into the crush, the stun there from the Warlock ult. Slaughter doing a lot of damage there to Sand King. Slaughter trying to get out of there. Death Prophet's ult does pick him off. Mirana's trying to go for Death Prophet. She's going to leap in and eventually take her out as well. The Golem actually giving Mirana some good vision there. Mirana using the trees to kind of come back and flank her. So good job there by Death Prophet. But Death Prophet does use, what did she just, oh, her ult actually did just save her right there. So I was trying to figure out what healer, and it was her ult. So the only one that survives that engagement was Windrunner and Death Prophet, but they do get 2 towers, so I don't know. I feel that might have been a good trade because they did have forced Slaughter to use the Immortal. So I feel that the Radiant kind of came out ahead on that. They got a tower, they forced Slaughter to use his in-combat res, and they killed a couple heroes. So the Radiant definitely came out on top.
Very true. If we take a look at the gold graph, that actually translates here as well.
Wow, they're still ahead. Oh my gosh.
Still steadily rising. They took a little bit of a dip around 15 minutes, but they're back up to around 5.5 thousand. It is 24 minutes in.
Well, if we look at the XP graph, it's kind of everywhere. The Radiant were ahead about 10 minutes in, and then it evened out between the 11-minute and 18-minute mark. It jumped up for the Radiant about 20 minutes in, and now it's almost back on par at the 24-minute mark.
That's quite the hill.
Yeah, I mean, that is a huge hill. We are seeing Warlock doing some sneaky stuff here in the middle, but Sand King completely seeing him, able to, I actually think he kind of duked him a little bit there. Does not have his ult, he does not have Burrow Strike, but Prophet just kind of standing back, using that ult range to just kind of not allow the Dire to really do any much of team engagements here. And Lich needs to get a good ult off. I feel that he's only used it once, I think. And he only was able to hit Windrunner, so if he's able to get a good ult off, I think that they'll be able to really do a lot of damage here. Slaughter getting shackled there by Windrunner. Sand King sacrificing himself for a possible kill. Nothing happening though. Prophet does get her pipe going. Lich does get that ult, wonderful ult there by Lich, but Enchantress doing the smart thing and backing out. Ooh, is Prophet going to be able to live? Yeah, she is able to live there. More engagements kind of going up and around everywhere. Enchantress is trying to escape, and she does. And we are seeing Windrunner here trying to pick off the last remaining creeps. And Prophet getting a very, very lucky teleport.
Yeah, Prophet just barely getting out of there. Teleporting actually at the very right time, right when Slaughter had no stun. So.
Yeah, you know, I think she waited for that as well as... I felt that she baited Venno into using his ult, too.
Maybe a little bit. Unfortunately, that pipe making it completely and utterly not do anything.
Yeah, well, the pipe actually wore off, and Venno ulted, and then she started teleporting, knowing that Slaughter didn't have any mana for any stuns. No one really had any CC left, so she goes, you know what? I can TP, and the fountain will keep me healed.
Yeah.
So I think that was a brilliant play there by Death Prophet.
Definitely.
Okay,
if you
so
look at her items, we see a mech now. So
yes.
She is picking up Pipe, Mech, Arcane Boot, Super Support, Death Prophet, just keeping her entire team away from damage at full mana, at full health. Taking a look at the carries, Darkseer actually unable to pick up anything yet. It looks like he's either going for a Linken's or a Bloodstone. Perhaps even a refresher, I'm not sure. If we take a look at Slardar, he has not picked up anything except this club since he picked up the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, you know, I feel that a Linken's might be the best choice for Darkseer right now because of the Dire's just a lot of spells that go off and a lot of the AoE stuff. I think if you can survive, you know, a Venomancer ult or a Lich ult, he'll be able to help the team out a little bit better.
Yeah, this is very true. Sand King has quite the advantage here in team fights with that pipe being able to really just get that ult off whenever he wants. He doesn't have to worry. Darkseer will be distracting as well as Prophet.
Yeah, you know, Warlock having a mech as well as looks like he is probably going to go for a Scepter, which will really help him survivability and it'll also kind of boost his ult a little bit as well. So that's actually very, very smart there. Warlock trying to catch Enchantress out of position. Wonderful stun there by Slaughter, but Sand King blinking, Burrow striking in and trying to and blinking out, realizing that Enchantress, there's really no hope there. But Death Prophet comes in as well. Windrunner using that Focus Fire on Slaughter. Wonderful ult there. Ooh, wow, that was a wonderful ult there by Lich. Really being able to use the bounce effect there as well. But Pipe and Mech are going to be popped off both by Death Prophet. And Mirana using that ult to escape there. So I feel that was a wonderful play there by Windrunner and Death Prophet, but good ult there by Warlock, stunning and not really being able to do anything else. He's just kind of running away, trying not to die. Unfortunately, the like you said, the pushing power of the Radiant team right now is just so big. They have so much crowd control. Good stun there by Mirana, but she's not going to be able to really do anything. Oh, she might be. Oh, she takes out Sand King, but Sand King's ult does hit her pretty hard there. She goes down to about 200 HP. Venomancer trying to use his Plague Wards to defend a little bit more properly. Darkseer still not getting into the team fight yet. Unfortunately, he does disconnect again. But kind of a interesting engagement there. It was a 3-for-3 engagement. They did pick off Enchantress, Sand King, and Windrunner. Warlock, Slaughter, and Lich goes down. So that was a pretty even trade there. We're actually sitting at 19-16. So, you know, I feel that it's pretty even as far as team battles go. But as items go, the Radiant just have such a huge advantage because, again, they were almost 6,000 gold ahead, 21-minute mark, but now we're at the 30-minute mark. They're back down. They're back up again to about 5,000 after it dipped down a little bit there. So it's just, you know, and now the XP grab, again, a big hill, went all the way to the Dire side, and now it's almost even again. So this is a very interesting team battle orientation. I think it really kind of comes down to who can win the most team fights now.
Yeah, this is very true. And, of course, the Dire having to pull off these kind of clutch moments like we saw last team fight. Mirana just barely being able to pick off those last two and make the team fight worth it. They really have more of a tough job here at kind of finding those loopholes in the Radiance's strategy just to kind of exploit that and take them down.
Yeah, you know, I feel that maybe that they could try and bait Death Prophet into using either her pipe or her mech first, and then try and get a Lich or a Venno ult, or maybe even spread them out. Just have Venno do his ult, have that pipe go, and then once the pipe wears off, Lich is going to pop his ult, or vice versa.
We do see Mirana picking up that Mantha style.
You know, it's interesting that that's just kind of her normal item. You know, I personally have been playing her a little bit differently because, you know, Mana style is great for Mirana, but I think that it's just kind of the normal item to get, and I'd like to see players kind of switch it up a little bit with getting maybe a Monkey Bar or a Desolator as well to try and kind of switch it up a little bit, or maybe even start Butterfly first on Mirana. I know that would be a different type of strategy, but I feel that as of right now, the metagame's kind of been the same for a while. I hate metagame because I think it's a stupid word, but maybe to start seeing heroes play a little bit differently, which is something that I hope we see in the near future, because it's starting to get to the point where, okay, all these heroes' items are getting the same, and wonderful gank there by mid there. Oh, good stun there by Slaughter. Wonderful Warlock ult. Fatal Bond's going off. Venomancer ult, I believe, did just go off as well. Yes, it did. Lich ult goes off too. Man, they take out Prophet so quickly. And wow, wonderful engagement there by the Dire. That's what they needed. Venomancer picking up a double kill. Lich taking out Prophet, and they really baited them into that. That is a wonderful job there.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate for the Radiant Starks here being disconnected. Windrunner not being there to help, and that Lich ult just doing so much damage. Dire just barely being able to pull off that team fight.
Yeah, I feel that I think they did bait Prophet into that. I mean, I felt like that they a Windrunner here can be caught a little bit out of position here. Mirana does have that arrow, so she's probably going to wait for her. Yep, she did wait there. She did just get turned into a piggy, which very, very good escape play there by Windrunner. They were going to go for it, and unfortunately, they just did not have the stunning capabilities to actually go for it, unfortunately.
Looking back at the gold graph, the Radiance continues to kind of slowly spiral upwards. They're sitting at about 6k plus now. It's 32 minutes in.
Yeah, this is such a weird game. It's just kind of been up and down. I mean, now the XP graph is showing the Dire ahead by almost 2,000, and the Radiance ahead in gold by about 5,000. But they're doing a good job in team fights now. I think they figured out how to properly orient their ults now, which is something that they really need to do, because Prophet does have both, which is something you never want to give a hero, because they will be focused down first, because they have both the really, really heavy team support items. I feel that Windrunner probably should have either gotten the pipe or the mech instead. But, you know, it's just something that not everyone does, and it's nice to see difference from different teams.
Very true. Well, we do see another disconnect here from Enchantress. That is very unfortunate, but with the connection problems here in the beta, I mean, in some cases there's just nothing you can do. You have to just play through it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, ooh, geez, Death Prophet again going to be completely caught out. This is not going to end well for her. Slaughter blinking in, using that crush there. She might actually pop the pipe and the mech, which is, oh, wonderful job there. That is what she needed, but she does get stunned there again by Mirana, using that Gale there by Venomancer. Lich using the slow, and the ward there blocking Death Prophet. And Mirana getting that kill, which is another piece of farm that she really needed. So good job there by the Dire. I think that they've finally kind of gotten the strategy down that the Radiant has. They're splitting up their ganking force, which is something that I think that they've needed to do for a while. Unfortunately, we are seeing two disconnects here now.
Yeah, this does happen. I mean,
invisibility.
I'm trying to make sure that both teams are okay here, so give me a second. Looks like I believe Enchantress is back. Let's see here.
Sinking with that Invisible Rune, looking to pick up a kill. Unfortunately, not finding anybody.
You know, it looks like the Dire's going to go for Roche, and Sand King's going to be there, and probably not the... Okay, he does blink out.
Yeah.
But Sand King, I don't know, Sand King might be trying to steal this here, and does he get spotted by Lich? He does get spotted by Lich here. And we are seeing Lich and Warlock just trying to play on the defend there. And unfortunately, I really kind of feel bad for Team Steve. They're having connection issues, and that sucks. But they're being good sports. They're trying to play through it, which is really kind of good sportsmanship. So props to Team Steve for kind of sticking it out. This is a best of 3, so next game we'll try and play on a different server, see if that helps the lag a little bit, and we'll see what happens here. Wow, nice kill there by Mirana.
It was not luck, but skill.
I feel that Team Steve kind of gave up.
Yeah, unfortunately at this point, with 2 disconnects, Team Steve is kind of giving up. But this kind of stuff does happen. Beta is beta. Dota 2 is not perfect yet. And we are working on...
trying to push top here. So she almost was able to get that, but the Dire team did see that and were like, you know what, that's not going to happen. Oh no, Windrunner getting galed as well. Excuse me. The choke mountain spit there. Ooh, she might be able to make this. Wow. Oh no, is that ult going to actually go all the way towards the fountain? I'm going to follow it. That would be funny as hell.
This is brilliant. Oh, it disappeared there at the creep. Valve, I hope you were watching that.
Nope, it's still going.
Is it still? Where is it?
It's by the Dire fountain here.
I don't see it.
No. It hit the fountain and disappeared because there was no one left. Darn. That's actually really funny.
We do see an engagement here bottom. Windrunner getting that Shackle Hex combination as well as her ult. Trying to push that bottom lane by herself.
Yeah, I'm still not sure if these 2 heroes are going to come back, Enchantress or Darkseer. Okay, so they're going to try hard to play 3 versus 5. And if they can win... Oh, wonderful shackle there by Windrunner. Being able... Oh, Slaughter goes down, but he does have that Aegis of Immortal. So just kind of keep that in mind. Wonderful stun there by Warlock. Using those Fatal Bonds to damage a quite good number of people. Sand King going in, Sand King getting taken out by Warlock. Death Prophet does pop the pipe and mechanism to try and stay alive a little bit, but she's going to get crushed, Starfold, and then killed by Slaughter. We are seeing Windrunner trying to take a Warlock here, but oh, Warlock does go down. Wonderful job there. Slaughter using that crush to get her away. And Warlock does now have that Scepter, so he's actually able to spawn 2 Golems, and that'll be a huge help there in team fights for the Dire team right now.
Yeah, Radiant's doing a great job at keeping this game going. I mean, 3v5, and they will use their levers to or disconnected to defend.
Oh wow, Windrunner trying to duke some people, but Mirana having that mana style and not liking what's going to happen there, so she does run away. Unfortunately, Darkseer and Enchantress, I feel really bad for these teams, and I wish there was something we could do about it, but again, Valve will have to fix the server issues on their end eventually. Vacuumed there by Darkseer trying to get that Slaughter kill. Sand King getting that Burrow Strike and just not really doing anything, just trying to push him back there. So good job by the Radiant team using those disconnected heroes to actually, do some damage there.
Yeah, very valiant effort, and they're still trying at this, so this is not over. It's not over till the throne is dead.
Windrunner just bought a Divine Ripper rapier straight out, shiny. She's like, you know what? Screw it. We're just gonna kind of, see if we can win with this. That's awesome.
She is doing a ton of damage now.
Yeah, Death Prophet did just get a Shiva's Guard, so that'll help her. Wow, she has a lot of really, really good support items right now. But Windrunner having that Divine Rapier is actually really hilarious. I mean, she does, let's see, almost 500 damage each time she attacks. That's quite a lot of damage there for a Windrunner. She's going to get some nice farm top as well.
Near bottom. It looks like he will be able to blink out in time.
I feel that if the Dire's not careful, they're going to get caught with their pants down. Because, you know, right now they're using the smoke gank pretty well, so they're going to try and maybe gank some people, but ooh, Sand King. This is not going to end well for Sand King. He instantly realizes he just made the worst mistake of his life there, getting crushed, stunned, and then galed all at once. He just kind of goes down too quickly to really see what just happened there. And Darkseer going in for, I'm not sure what he's doing. He just kind of was like, I'm just going to vacuum everybody in just for the lulz there. Death Prophet able to still have her ult there. Windrunner does have a good amount of mana left to do quite a few power shots, and as well as her focus fire. But that Fatal Bond's really kind of screwing the rest of the Radiant team. A wonderful shackle there by Windrunner, but she's getting stunned, ulted, and oh my gosh, the damage is just so much for both the teams to really do anything. You see that Shiva's Guard, Pipe, and Mechanism actually being able to keep Prophet alive pretty well, and we are going to go to the next game, so we'll be right back, guys, and as we're trying to figure out some of the lag issues. So stick around for the second game of the best of 3, and we'll be right back.